Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so 10.8, 11, 12, and 8, 9, 10, 11. So these are called the Chatusloki of Bhagavad Gita because this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so Krishna is saying the first sloka, that is 10.8, is about the Sambandha. Like, what is our relationship with Krishna? Where Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvitaha. So Krishna says there that Aham sarvasya prabhu, that everything comes from Krishna. Okay, both material and spiritual. And he is the source for everything. So once we know that, iti matva bhajante ma, we have to do devotional service to Krishna. Once we know that, we should do service to Krishna. And the second sloka, the 10.9, is about the avideya, the process. How can we re-establish our lost relationship with Krishna? And what does pure devotees do normally when they meet? Machitta madgada prana bodhayanda parasparam kadayanda shamam nityam tushyan vicharamancha. So when they meet the pure devotees, they talk about Krishna and they feel so happy. So they're doing their devotional service, that by Shravanam and Kirtan. And then what? 10.10 and 11 is the goal, the prayojana. What do we get after doing devotional service? So here, the 4 verses, 10.8 to 11, this summarize the entire Bhagavad Gita. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's why it's called Chatusloki Gita. And 10.8 is about Krishna's opulence. Okay. And 10.9 is about how a pure devotee worships him. 10.10 and 11 is the reciprocation, the loving worship. So here you can see 10.8 is the Krishna Sambandha. What is my relationship with Krishna? 10.9 is the Avideya, Bhakti Avideya, the process. And 10.10 and 11 is Prema Prayojana, the love. That is the prema bhakti which we get after loving Krishna, after serving Krishna. So here we'll see 10.8 that Krishna is the source of everything. Ham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartati iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. That Krishna is the source of everything, both spiritual and material. So here says he is the source of all spiritual and material world. Everything emanates from Krishna. The wise who perfectly know this engage in Krishna's devotional service and worship Krishna with all their hearts. Okay, so that's what we should do. Once we know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we should worship him. If we don't worship, then we are the fool number one, because we know so much about Krishna, but we are not worshipping him. Now, that should not be the thing. So, as Krishna says, Isha Vasamadam, so everything comes from Krishna. So, he's the original source of, he is the cause of all cause, Sarva Karana Karana. But does Krishna has a cause? Does he have a cause? Like we have a cause, we have our parents. Like, does Krishna have a cause?
No, Mataji. He doesn't have a cause, but
we
he
have
comes
come,
to that.
Yeah, we have come with our karma, with force. We are forced to take birth. But Krishna, by his sweet will, he appears and disappears as he likes. So there is no cause for Krishna's origin. He is Anadir Adir Govinda. So Gajendra also says in Gajendra Sudhi, Namo Namaste Akhila Karanaya Nishkaranaya Albuda Karanaya. So Krishna is Namo Namaste Akhila Karana. He is the cause of all cause. And Nishkarana, he himself have no cause. That's why he is Albuda Karana. He is a wonderful cause of everything. So Krishna is the cause or source of everything, both spiritual and material world. And once you know this, we should surrender and engage in devotional service and worship Krishna with all one's heart. And how can we understand this truth about Krishna as the original source of all? Only by hearing from Shastra through bona fide authorities. Unless we hear, this is Shuddhi Praman. Unless we hear, we cannot understand this fact. A learned scholar who has studied Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Chaitanya, and one who knows how to apply these teachings can understand it. The result is that one will be never deviated from any by any nonsensical commentaries or by fools. So why are we knowing all this? So that we become fixed in Krishna consciousness, so that we don't fall. So Krishna is the source of everything. There's a lot of quotes from different Shastras Prabhupada have quoted. In Gopal Tapani Upanishads also it says, Krishna in the beginning gave knowledge to Brahma. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavye Mukhyandiya Suraya. So Tene Brahma Hridaya. So how was Brahma formed? Has anyone read Bhagavatam, this canto? How did Brahma born? Like the creation happened?
From the navel of the Lord.
Which Vishnu?
Garbhodaksha.
Garbhodaksha. Yes. Okay. And after he is born in the lotus, then what did he do? Was there anyone else around him?
No, Mataji. He saw only darkness. So he goes deep inside the stem to find out from where he came, but he cannot figure that out. And Finally, he'll hear two words called tapa, and then
Very
he
good.
will meditate, and only after that he will Krishna reveals himself to him.
Yeah, very good. So
After
Padma
1000.
Shri Mataji knows. So yes, so Brahma went and searching, well, how did I come? Where did I come from? Who created me? So he went searching everywhere. He heard only two words, tapa. That means do tapasya. So Brahma also did tapasya. We also should do our tapasya of Krishna consciousness. So then after tapasya, he came to know the Lord, or the Lord from within his heart gave him the knowledge. So the Brahma is a secondary creator. For him, the knowledge to creation is also given by Krishna. Okay, so that means Krishna is the source. Garbhadakshay Vishnu, who's just the expansion of Krishna, right? And also it says Supreme Person Narayan desire to create living entities. And thus Brahmaji, the Pratija, everyone, Indra, Vasus, Rudras, Narayan is the expansion of Krishna. But we have heard before that's a wrong understanding. But we should know Narayan is the expansion of Krishna. Krishna is Avatari. Narayan is the expansion. So in the beginning of creation, there was only one Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was only there, only Krishna. Krishna is Anadir Adir Govinda. He was there before creation, he maintains it, and he is there after creation also. And Krishna also created the Lord Shiva, that is from Narayana Rudro Jayate. And also Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead from whom Lord Brahma and further Lord Shiva is born. So Krishna says, Aham Adirhi Devana. Right? Aham Adirhi Devana means he is the source of all the demigods. So what's the conclusion? Krishna is the source of everything. So Prabhupada concludes the purport by saying that avoid unauthorized commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, where sometimes foolish commentaries describe Krishna as an ordinary man. Thus one should proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination. So once you know, so 10.8, the Chatusloki, 10.8 is about our Sambandha to Krishna. Like what is my connection with Krishna? Krishna is my seed-giving father, because Krishna says he is the source. So we are all his sons and daughters. We are children of the Lord. So that's my Sambandha. I am part and parcel of Krishna. So that's my Sambandha. And once I know, I should engage in devotion service. And once you do the devotion service, during devotion service, what do we do? 10.9 it is said, Machitta matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam Tadayandasya nityam tushyanti charamandicha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in Krishna. Their lives are fully devoted to Krishna service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss by always enlightening one another and conversing about Krishna. Okay, so when pure devotees meet, they speak Harikatha, they speak about Krishna. So Krishna becomes the life and soul of such devotees, and they constantly relish hearing and discussing about Krishna. Okay, that's how a pure devotees are. Like there was a Prabhupada's disciple, Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj. If he didn't discuss about Krishna that day, or he didn't take a Bhagavatam class, he'll get headache. We discuss about Krishna, we get headache. We are opposite. We are happy. Oh, there is no class, then we are happy. But then pure devotees are not like that. They are like a fish out of water. Now fish will be like struggling. It cannot live without water. So similarly, pure devotees without Krishna, without Krishna Katha, without Krishna's holy name. Now after reaching a few stage, even now, like if somebody comes and give you 1 crore rupee, you're not ready to give up chanting, because the happiness you get from devotional service is much, much greater what money can buy you. Money can't buy happiness in that way, like eternal happiness, I mean. Might be temporary happiness, which is just short living. But that's the attachment what a devotee feels for Krishna. So think about pure devotees. They'll be constantly hearing about Krishna, relishing about Krishna. So this is what Machitta Mother. Bodhayanda Parasam, Kadayanda Shamanitim, Tushyanchita Raman. They're so happy. So this is the process of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness, no, nice. You can have prasadam, you can do kirtan, dance in the kirtan, and so happy. So there are 2 stages, primary stage and mature stage in devotion service. In primary stage, they relish the transcendental pleasure from the service itself. In mature state, they are always situated in love of God, and thus relish the highest perfection which is exhibited by the Lord in his SEVA. So the analogy of sowing the seed of devotional service. Okay, Mahaprabhu compares the devotional service to a bija or a seed. Can someone say that analogy? This is a Bhakti Shastri question. In the second stanza of the purport, second para, 10.9. Yes, what is Bhakti compared to? Bhakti Lada Beach, no? It's a seed. So who's planting the seed? Who's the gardener? You should do reading
Guru
and come.
is planting.
There's a new Bhakti Shastri batch I started. They always read and come. So nice. Everybody is ready to answer. They read and come. So it is always nice if you could read and come. Yes, Mataji.
Guru will plant the seed. What is that? Brahmande Brahmita Jeev, Kona Bhagyavan
planting
Jeev,
it?
Guru
Guru is
Krishna
giving.
Kripai by Bhakti Lata Bij.
Guru is giving, but who's actually planting it? Who knows? Mamta Mataji?
Mata, seed is already there, but this is not, we don't know it. Seed, Bhakti seed is already there, just like a kids who know how to walk, but mother teaches him to walk, right? We have inherited
Yeah,
it.
it is already there, but we need
Yeah.
to do the gardening process. Otherwise, it will not. The child knows the walk, but unless you give a walker, unless you hold his hands and make him walk, that training is required.
Yes.
So who's doing this? Yes, Balaji Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So Mataji, the seed is planted by the mercy of Krishna and Guru, and then
Yes.
we as gardener have to water
We are the
it with,
gardeners, right?
yeah,
So we are the
with
gardeners. Guru is
hearing
not the
and
gardener.
chanting.
We are the gardeners, or the sadhakas are the gardener. So you plant the seed of bhakti in your heart. Then how do you take care of it? What is the watering and sunlight?
Hearing and chanting, Mataji.
Chanting. Shravanam and Kirtanam is the watering and sunlight. Okay. And as the Bhakti Lata beach grows, it pierces the material world and goes to Krishna's lotus feet. And then it
And
fructifies.
right.
Yes. And flower. So that is Krishna. Prema will come.
Krishna prema.
What is the fence you should tie? So that
Mad
no animal.
elephant, Mataji, for
No.
Vaishnava.
That is Vaishnava Aparadh. The fence. I mean the boundary. What is the fence? So that the mad elephants or others should not come. So a mad elephant is compared to the Vaishnava Aparadh or offense to the devotees, that the elephant will
Devotee
come and
association.
devotee association. So devotee association is required. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu compares the Bhakti Lata. It's a very important Bhakti Shastri question. So those who don't know, please study this. So Mahaprabhu compares this transcendental devotional service to like a seed, okay? And it has to be planted in the heart of the living entity. That is, we are the gardeners. And very rare fortune, it's very rare fortune to get the seed out of all the innumerable living entities that is traveling all over across the universe. Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagavad Guru Krishna Kripai Pai Bhakti Lata Beach. Brahmande Brahmite, like after traveling to so many universes, Bhagyavanji, very, very fortunate living entities with help of Guru and Krishna. We need both. And Prasade, by their mercy, will get Bhakti Lata Beach. You'll get the seed of Bhakti. So did you wonder, like so many in your family, so many in your neighborhood, they don't have Bhakti. They don't have Bhakti. They don't do devotional service and they're not attracted to Bhakti. Why? They're not fortunate. They don't have that Sukriti to get that Bhakti. So we are so fortunate that we got that Bhakti Lata Beach. Now, once you get it, you are the gardener. You have to plant it in your heart. Now, when you put it in the heart, you have to water the seed. What is the watering? Shravanam and Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. So once you do that, keep watering. So I'll tell you, if I water, there's a rose plant or something. I put a bucket of water today and for 10 days, I'm not watering. Then what will happen to the plant?
It will dry, Mataji.
It will wither.
Right, it will not grow. But daily, if I water, it's going to grow and the rose flower is going to come. Similarly, hearing and chanting has to be done daily. Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, or every day. Satatam Kirtan, and the everyday chanting and hearing should go on. Not like, oh, Mataji, today I read one chapter of Bhagavatam. And for 10 days, I don't touch Bhagavatam. No, that's not the way of process of chant. And then chanting. Today I did 16 rounds. Tomorrow I'll do only one round. No, that's not the way it should go. Every day, constantly. Then only this Bhakti Lata Beach will grow. Then the seed will fructify. It will penetrate the covering of the material universe and reach Brahmajyoti. And again, it will grow. And finally, it reach the highest planet, Goloka Vrindavan, and take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna and rest there. And gradually, it will become fruits and flowers because the watering process should go on. You should not stop the watering process of hearing and chanting. And then one will become fully absorbed in love of God. One cannot live even a moment without the Lord. At this stage, the devotee attains transcendental qualities in contact with the Lord. The analogy is the fish cannot live out without water. No, I already told this. So a devotee will come to that stage. So all of you understood? This Bhakti Lata Beach is the seed of Bhakti which we get. That we are the gardener and we got it by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. And we are the gardeners. We got that bija. Now what to do? You put it in your heart. And you just put it in the heart, the seed will dry. No. You have to keep watering it. And that is Shravanam and Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. Then the Bhakti Lata Beach will grow. It will pierce the material universe, goes to Brahmajyoti, goes to Goloka Vrindavan, take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. There, the fruits and flowers, that is the goal of Bhakti, which is Krishna Prema. Okay. So what is the goal of Bhakti? That is Krishna Prema. So how will we reach that? by constant hearing and chanting. Okay, so then, anybody attended Bhagavatam class today? Temple? No?
Yes, Mataji, I did.
So okay, I can ask you the question. So what are the 5 things which Ramananda Rai said to Mahaprabhu? Before
Oh,
going to
Mataji, I
Srimad-
didn't make a note. I'm sorry. I know Varnashrama
Remember anything?
Dharma he
Yeah,
has to
Varnashrama.
follow.
Yes.
I
So
forgot.
first is, no, good, you remember at least that. So first is Varnashrama Dharma. Like we all were doing that. We all were living in our ashram. Some are Grihastha, some of you are Brahmachari, some of you are Vanaprastha, almost this stage. And we have like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So we are living like that. So Ramananda Rai said to Mahaprabhu that we should do Varnashrama, Varnashrama Charavata. Like we should follow Varnashrama and we should try to develop Krishna consciousness. But that is basic thing. Mahaprabhu's like, this is the yeh bahya aake ka hoga. It's very external. I don't want to hear this. Go deep. Then the second thing he said is Krishna karmarpana. Like you give your fruits of activities to Krishna. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. So give that. Okay, yad karoshi yadasnasi. And even that he was like, no, still there is attachment. No, more. Then he said, Swadharma Tyaga. Just giving up your occupational duty, Sarvadharma Parityaja. Still, Mahaprabhu was not satisfied. Then Ramananda Rai said, Jnana Mishra Bhakti. You can do Bhakti along with Jnana. Then again, Mahaprabhu rejected that. Jnana Karma Dhanavritam. No, that's not the pure devotional services. Anya Abhilashita Shunya. And then he said, Jnana Shunya Bhakti or Shuddha Bhakti or pure Prema Bhakti. Then he reached Shantadasya Sakya Valsalya Madhurya. In Madhurya Ras he reached. So he said that is perfection. Prema Bhakti. So this is how we have to grow now to reach that Bhakti Lata Beach. Now, you are a gardener, you got a nice plant, and suddenly one mad elephant comes to your garden and smashes your Bhakti Lata Beach. How bad you feel. That is Vaishnava Parag, or that's why we put a fence around the garden. Your Bhakti Lata Beach, that is devotee association. And when you grow this Bhakti Lata Beach, there will be some weeds coming. Does anyone know that? Little advanced. Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. Yeah, Prabhu, you remember?
Yes, Mataji. So 5 weeds are there.
Yes.
Utinati, duplicity, which is
Utinati or duplicity, very good.
Jiva
Himsa,
Himsa, Nishitachara, and
Nishitachar,
Mana Puja Pratishtha.
Mana Puja and Pratishtha, very good. I'm
Willingness
so
for
happy
this.
that you remember, because nobody remembers these 5 things. Even you go to Bhakti Vaibhav class, even they don't remember. And the Prabhu is very nice. So these are the 5 weeds. Like, when you grow the garden, in the garden, you have to take away the weeds. Otherwise, your plant will not take the fertilizer, and since the plant will dry off. So the weeds have to be removed. So these are the 5 things we have to remove from our heart when we do devotional service. One is duplicity, kutinati. Like in house we are different and from temple we are different. No, that should not be there. Then Nishita Achar, for not following the 4 relative principles. That should not happen. Then Jiva Himsa, that is killing other animals. No, while doing bhakti. No, that should not be done. Mana, Puja and Pratishtha. There are 6, Prabhu. Mana, Puja and Pratishtha is separate. That is to think that I have to get honor. I should be respected by everyone. No, that all should be removed. Okay, so this part I hope you know. Very important part. That Mahaprabhu compares the Bhakti Lata Beach to the seedling. And then Bhagavatam also says, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Purana Mamalam Yat Vaishnavana Priyam. Bhagavatam is a spotless Purana, very dear to Vaishnavas. Okay, so they always discuss this topic because there is a nectarian narration about the transcendental relationship between Krishna and his devotees, and it's free from Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And what is the pleasure of Srimad Bhagavatam? It's a transcendental narration, and realized souls take pleasure in such literature. So, for example, there is a young boy and a young girl. Okay, definitely they take pleasure in their association. They feel so happy to be together, to talk and all that. So, so that the attraction between a young girl and a young boy is natural. So, similarly, the attraction between a pure devotee and Krishna is natural. Like example, Prahlad Maharaj, when Hiranyakashipu asked, why are you so attached to Vishnu? Forget him. And Prahlad Maharaj said, what can I do, Father? I'm naturally attracted to Vishnu. Naturally. Now what to do? See, if there is a magnet and the iron chillets, they'll get attracted. When they doesn't get attracted to each other? The magnet and the iron chillets?
When the iron is rusted.
When the iron is rusted.
So similarly, we also have natural attraction to Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nityada, our Swarupa or our real identities, we are part and parcel of Krishna. All of us, the whole world, all the different living entities, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. But we don't realize it because we are also rusted with Maya, or a lot of anarthas are there. And as the rusting will go away, Cheto Darpana Marjana, by the chanting of the holy name and everything, the rust is removed, then we become attracted to Krishna. So those are not getting attracted to Krishna in this world, the atheists and Mayavadis, they are actually kind of rusted. They are actually in Maya, Pratajnana. But then we devotees are getting cleansed. So in 10.10, so that is the Avideya, and 10.10 and 11 is the Prayojana. So once we know Krishna is the Supreme, once we do devotional service, and what is the goal? 10.10 and 11 says that. Tesham sadadiptana bhajatam pritipurvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantite. So those who are constantly devoted to Krishna, serving Krishna with love, Krishna gives the understanding by which they can go to Krishna. So that means Krishna will give the buddhi yoga. Like all of you, like you all wanted to join Bhakti Shastri. Who do you think gave you this intelligence to join Bhakti Shastri? Krishna, as Paramatma in your heart, as Shri Vishnu. He is in your heart as Paramatma. He is actually supporting you. He is the one who is actually telling you to do the course, or he is the one who is actually giving you the support. Yes, go do it. Why? Because the more you do the Shastric studies, the more you know about Krishna, the more you're worshipping Krishna with your intelligence, the more you become attached to Krishna, because this is required. Okay, so Krishna is giving the intelligence. So similarly, Krishna, because you are devoting your life to Krishna, or you're chanting and everything, Krishna will give the intelligence. Okay, so it is said, the joy that the pure devotees experience by glorifying Krishna is a spiritual bliss beyond the three modes. And how did these devotees grasp Krishna, who is infinite in form, qualities, and power? Krishna gives them intelligence. Okay, so it is said, Krishna reciprocates to his devotees. The activities of pure devotees are given in the previous text and attract Krishna's mercy, who guide the devotee back to God. Action. So, like for example, Dhruv Maharaj, Suniti his mother Suniti gave him the instruction, okay, go to the forest to find the Lord. Then Narad Muni came, okay, there. So that is, Narad Muni was not in the sea. But how did Narad Muni come? Because Krishna only sent him. That yes, my devotee Dhruva is determined to see me. Go and guide him. So when we are determined, Krishna in form of our spiritual master, Chaitya Guru, comes out and guides us. Okay, so we know about that. So Buddhi Yoga means intelligence. Yoga means mystic activity and mystic elevation. So Buddhi Yoga is a process by which one get out of the entanglement of material world. So ultimate goal of progress is Krishna, and that an association of devotees and bona fide spiritual master is very important for this. Okay, and we should know Krishna is our goal of life, and then we should not get addicted to the fruits. Okay, this is the last step. That is, we should be in Krishna conscious, and we should act in Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Importance for working for Krishna is, the qualification is that a person always engaged himself in Krishna consciousness with love and devotion, render all kind of service. He should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be done with love. It should not bound us. Okay, so Krishna will give the Buddhi Yoga. That is one of the prayojana. Then another prayojana is, when you keep on glorifying Krishna, Tesham evanukam partam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashyami atma bhavasto jnana vivena bhashvata. So to show special mercy to the devotees, Krishna dwelling in the heart will destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So Krishna will destroy the darkness just born of ignorance from us. So Mayavadi philosophers incorrect criticism of devotees, and Lord Chaitanya was criticized by Prakashan and the Saraswati, actually. Okay, Prakashan and the Saraswati was a Mayavadi sannyasi, and he also told to Mahaprabhu, why are you not studying Shastras? Why are you just chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna? So he was criticized, and Mahaprabhu said, no, my guru said I'm a fool and I should not study Shastra, I should chant Hare Krishna. But that is mainly for people in Kali Yuga, because people in Kali Yuga will be so fallen that they will not have that intelligence to study Shastra. Okay, but by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, who's again Mahaprabhu's mercy incarnation, so because of him, we are able to understand a little bit of Shastra. So Krishna within our heart will reveal all the knowledge to us. Okay, so pure devotees doesn't have to maintain for material necessities of life, because when darkness is removed, the Lord is pleased and everything is automatically provided by the Lord. So the conclusion is that this is the essence of teaching in Bhagavad Gita, these 4 slokas. By studying Bhagavad Gita, one can become a soul completely surrendered to Krishna and engage himself in pure devotional service. As the Lord takes charge, one becomes completely free of all kind of materialistic endeavors. Okay, so these are the Chatuslokis. So we'll skip breakout room because I already started late. Okay, so 10.8 to 11, this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Now, once after hearing this Chatusloki, Arjuna is fully shocked because Arjuna is like, because Krishna had revealed everything about him. Krishna said, he is the source of everything. Krishna said, once you know, you should do devotional service. And my pure devotees always talk about me and feel so happiness. And also he said, I'll give the Buddhi Yoga through which they can come. Like when Krishna surrendered, which sloka Arjuna surrendered to Krishna?
2.7.
2.7. So there, when the Shishyas Teham Shadi Mam Tam Prapanna. So when who gave the intelligence to Arjuna to surrender to Krishna? Krishna himself, right? So like that, we'll also get the intelligence. When we keep advancing in devotional service, Krishna will tell us, no, this is not good for you. This is good. This is good. So many devotees have told me, Mataji, I changed my job, or I did this, I did this. All Krishna is guiding them. So that what happens, they feel more relaxed in that job to do devotional service, not like so much working, or something else. Or for example, something else, or might be a student, that the student will get better opportunity to do devotional service. So that's Krishna is helping them. Okay, Krishna is giving the Buddhi Yoga and take a nice decision in life so that your devotional service is not hampered. So this, after hearing all this, the Arjuna understood the supremacy of Krishna. And he want to hear more about Krishna's vibhutis or opulences. And then in 10.12 to 18, Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position. He says, Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purisham Shashvatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhu Husvam Rishaya Sarve Devarshi Naradastada Ashito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bhavishimi. So what does Arjuna said? Param Brahma Param Dhamma. Krishna, you are the supreme personality Godhead, and Param Dhamma, you are the ultimate award. Purest, Pavitra, Krishna's purest, and Paramam Bhavan is the absolute truth. And you are eternal. Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, he is transcendental. Purusham is Adi Deva, original person. He is unborn. He is the greatest. Ajam Vibhu. So these are the glorification of Arjuna to Krishna. That Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So Arjuna accepted it. So we should also follow Arjuna's footsteps, that Krishna himself came and said he is the source of everything. Still we doubt, no? We was like, should we worship the demigods? No, can Krishna take care of me? Can Krishna do all that? No, we still have doubts in our mind because we're not convinced that Krishna will take care of us. It's like a small child. Okay, so might be 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old. You keep that child on top of a wall or something, like a little, not so high. And you tell the child to jump. Will the child think of anything? He'll just jump, he or she, 1 year old, 2 year old. Okay, you'll tell, I'll catch, and then the child will immediately jump. And once he come to 5th standard, 6th standard, and you tell the same child to jump, the child will just think for a second and then jump. Then when he comes to a 10th standard, the child, instead of thinking, he'll just ask, Mama or Papa, will you really catch me? That child will start having doubts in the confidence in mother and the father or the father. And in college, when the child reaches college and the father or mother says to jump, the child will say, I will not jump. I know surely you will not catch me. So this is what is it? It's actually the innocence. See, 1 year old, 2 year old is so attached to the love of the mother and father, and he doesn't, his consciousness is not contaminated. He's not thinking anything beyond that. He knows that this is my father or mother. Like actually there was a pilot and the plane was going through so much cloud and storm and everything. And everyone was so panicking in the plane, but except one small child. And somebody asked, why were you not panicking? And the child said, the pilot is my father. Why should I be worried? Because my father will take me safely. So that confidence which a child has, we don't have it because our consciousness is so polluted and we feel that, no, Krishna, I need so many other plan B, plan C. We don't completely trust Krishna. So when we don't do that in difficult situations, what does Krishna do? Oh, you have only so much confidence in me. I will also reciprocate the same way. Krishna also will have plan B and C for us. But once you think that, oh, I have only Krishna, Avashya Rakshita Krishna Rakshishyati Vishwaso, like Uttara, when the baby in the womb, Parikshit Maharaj was targeted by the Brahmastra left by Ashwatthama, she ran to Krishna. Pahi Pahi Maha Yogin Deva Deva Jagatpadena Nittadavayam Pashe Titra Mrityu Parasparam. Please, Krishna, protect my baby in my womb. I don't have anybody. She had so many people around her, but including the Pandavas. She never went to anyone. She directly went to Krishna. Right? So Krishna also became a thumb size and entered into her womb and protected her son, Parikshit Maharaj. So because she was completely surrendered. No? So this is how Krishna reciprocates. So Arjuna completely accepted Krishna's position. We should also accept. We should not doubt Krishna's supremacy. Here it is said Param Brahma. Arjuna is accepting Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead after hearing the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. So we should also we also heard Chatusloki, we should also accept Krishna's supremacy. And Arjuna's accepting is not simply flattering by a friend, supported by Vedic instruction. He is the second line, verse says that all the rishis, Narada, Sita, Devala, Vyasa, they all supported. So here also says in the Shastras also, the supreme Brahman is the rest for everything. Okay, Krishna says, Brahmano aham pradishtaham. So Brahmana, he is in Brahman. So Brahman is also in his energy. The Supreme Lord can be realized only by constant thinking of Krishna, Smarana. Krishna is the purest of pure. Now, sometimes you go to the bathroom, you feel like, can I chant Hare Krishna here? Yes, you can. Even though the bathroom is the most dirtiest place in the whole house, still you can go there and chant. Not take your beads or take your shastras and all, but at least by your tongue you can chant the holy name. So when Mahaprabhu, who said to Mahaprabhu that you can chant even in the bathroom?
A little boy called Gopala.
Yeah, Guru Gopal. So there was a small boy called Gopal and he was watching Mahaprabhu. So what Mahaprabhu did, Mahaprabhu always chant Hare Krishna constantly. So when Mahaprabhu was about to go to the bathroom, he held his tongue with his hands. It's like, I should not chant in the bathroom because it's a very dirty place. I should not chant. So he was holding his tongue so that he should not chant. And this Gopal, the small boy, he saw him. It's like, what are you doing? So Mahaprabhu said, no, I should not chant in the bathroom. No, so I'm holding my tongue. And the Gopal, the kid is like, what are you saying? Krishna's holy name is so pure that you go to any part of the world or any place, it doesn't matter where you go. There's no rules and regulations for chanting the holy name. It can be chanted in any situation, any place, any dirty place or anywhere. And then Mahaprabhu, he is Supreme Lord. But just to show the pastime, Mahaprabhu accepted him as Guru. He became Guru Gopal. Guru Gopal for Mahaprabhu. So any place we go, we can definitely chant the holy name. So that's why it is said, sometimes they say, oh, somebody died in your family. Or monthly problems for the Matajis. Or what is something, anything, any mistake. Oh, I'm Mochi, I'm not Shuchi, I've gone to the bathroom. Or I've just got up from sleep, I didn't even brush my teeth in the morning. Still you can chant. Because when Matajis have this monthly problem, okay, you cannot go and do direct service in the temple or in the altar. But at least you can do chanting. What is wrong in that? Because the holy name is so pure. Pavitram Paramam, it's the purest of pure. You take a diamond and throw it in the dirtiest place, still it's diamond. So pure. The holy name is a touchstone, not a diamond, it's a touchstone. So whatever situation we are, it will not get polluted or contaminated. Instead, we get purified by doing that. And don't think it's an offense. There's no aparadh in doing that. But don't take your beads inside the bathroom or do that. But yes, there are some devotees who, because it is said, the constant chanting of the holy name will actually purify us. And you can sing it in a kirtan form or chanting can be done. Okay. So Krishna is Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram Paramam, Bhavan Purusham, Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Deva Macham. He is a Purushan. He is a person. So in Mayavadi say, this sloka can be used. So the spirit of understanding Bhagavad Gita is should be in the mood of Arjuna and through the Parampara system. And it's not possible to know Bhagavad Gita by academic education without disciplic succession. Okay. So sometimes there will be a false pride of academic education. We should not be proud like that. We should stick to the conviction that Krishna is the supreme personality and not an ordinary person, because he's Para Brahman. Param Dhama, is the supreme Brahman. Okay, and even the demigods or demons cannot understand Krishna. What about us? We are able to understand because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Otherwise, we also will not understand Krishna. Okay, especially Prabhupada's mercy, we are able to understand Krishna. It is said, Sarvameta Dhrutam Manye Yanmam Vedasi Keshava Nahi Te Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Devanadava. I totally accept all the truth that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. Why is Krishna called Keshava?
Mataji, Keshava has two meanings, Mataji. One meaning is he killed the Keshi demon. Another meaning is he has very beautiful kesh or hair.
Actually, where is that reference for Kesha or hair? Because I know only that Krishna have killed the Keshi demon, so he's Keshava. The hair part, I've not heard. Just heard that Krishna killed the Keshi demon, so he's called Keshava. Okay, so Krishna is called Keshava here. Why is he called Keshava in this particular sloka? 10.11. 14. Yes?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, Mataji, these demons are like ignorance, and Krishna killed the ignorance of Arjuna. So, he's referring to this Krishna.
Yes. So that means the demons are like ignorance or like doubts. So Arjuna also is having some doubts in his mind. And he's also thinking that even demigods and demons are not able to understand you. So how will I be able to understand? So, but only by Guru Parampara and mercy, he's able to understand. And yes, the ignorance is also removed because after Chatusloki, Arjuna is convinced that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So he says even the demigods. Any example where the demigods also could not understand Krishna?
Lord Brahma.
Lord Brahma, the Brahma Vimoh Leela, then
Lord Shiva.
Lord
Indra.
Shiva, which Leela?
So when Lord Krishna appears as during the ocean, churning, so Lord Krishna appears as women, and then Lord Shiva is kind of he
Oh,
starts
to see the Lord. Okay, Snigdha Madhaji.
When Lord Krishna appeared as Mohini again, Lord Shiva is after him.
Mohini Murti, very good. Yes, even Lord Shiva got bewildered with the Mohini Murti. Who else? Brahma, Lord Shiva, then
Indra.
Indra, the Govardhan Puja. Yes, the Govardhan Leela. Yes, then okay. So these are some of the ways where even the demigods and demons can neither they can know Krishna as a supreme person. Krishna has to reveal to them. Okay, this verse established that the faithless and demonic cannot understand Krishna. Since Krishna is not known even by demigods, what to speak of modern scholars. The importance of the parampara is Bhagavad Gita should be understood only in the parampara system. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo. Okay, like that in parampara or in disciplic succession. So the acceptance by Krishna by Arjuna of all that Krishna says should be immolated, and then only we can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and we should understand Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Because so there are 40 plus slokas. I think one more session we can finish this chapter. 42. Okay. So only through the devotees we can understand Krishna. So only Lord Krishna can fully know himself by his own internal potency. So Krishna can be understood by Radharani, through Radharani. That's why we always worship Radharani as Hare Krishna. Okay, and here it is said, Swayam eva atmanatmanam vetatvam purushottama budapavena pradeshas deva deva jagatpate. So Arjuna is now telling that Krishna, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O supreme person, origin of all, Lord of all being, God of gods, Lord of the universe. So he is the Lord of the universe. And how to understand Krishna as a supreme truth? We have to receive Bhagavad Gita only from Krishna and a person who is in devotional service like Arjuna and his followers. So we should receive only from the parampara. And we should avoid commentaries from mind speculations, the demonic people and the atheistic people, the Mayavadis. And the truth about Krishna is established by Arjuna's realization because he says, Purushottama, you are the supreme person. And Bhagavan is the last stage of understanding, right? Vadanti tat tattvavidastattam yajnanamadvayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavani shabdite. So Bhagavan is the highest, and that is realized here. Okay. Common man or even liberated men who have realized in personal feature or Paramatma feature, but may not understand God's personality. Because it's very important to understand personality of the Lord, and only devotees can understand this. Okay. So Krishna is Bhuta Pavena. That is, Krishna is addressed as Bhuta Pavena. You may still not understand Krishna as the father of all living entities. Therefore, Krishna is addressed as Bhuta Pavena, and Bhutesha is the supreme controller. Deva Jagatpati. He is the origin of all worshipful god of demigods. Jagatpati, supreme proprietor of everything. So even Lord Shiva in Rudra Gita, he says that you are the supreme personality of God. And even Brahma says, all the demigods have agreed that. Still, we are not able to accept it. So Arjuna is requesting Krishna, I want to hear more about it. Please tell me. Vaktum arhasi asheshena divya hi atma vibhutaya yapir vibhuti virlokan imam stam vyapya tishtati. Mataji, you can post attendance link because I don't have a breakout room. Yes. Okay, so again he's telling, please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Okay, now he's like, I want to hear more about Krishna. Please tell, because there is no satiation in devotional service. You want to hear more. Material world, you get tired, there is a satiation, there is a saturation. But in spiritual world, no. You want to hear more. So Arjuna is already satisfied with this understanding of Krishna. He have achieved by Krishna's grace. He have already understand the intelligence and knowledge. But Arjuna is asking on the behalf of common people. And people in general and impersonalists in a particular concern themselves, mainly with all pervading nature of the Supreme. So hearing should be done, and hearing increases the remembrance also. Okay, the more we hear about Krishna, the more we can remember Krishna. Katam vidyamaham yogim swam sada parichintayan keshu jabaveshu chintyo asi bhagavan maya. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? How shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? So he's asking, how will I remember you? Keshu jabaveshu. How will I remember Krishna all the time? So he's asking, how can I remember you? Okay, so Krishna can be remembered in various ways. Here it is said, the importance of word yoga. Sri Krishna is the master of Yoga Maya. What is Krishna's another name? Because he's the master of all mystic yoga.
Yogeshwara.
Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, yatra Partho Dhanodhara. So wherever there is Yogeshwara Krishna, wherever there is Partha Arjuna, there is all victory. So importance of Keshu Jabhaveshu refers to material nature. How to see Krishna manifested by physical representation. Common men have no love for Krishna and has to think material. So nature of Arjuna as a Vaishnava, we have to ask questions for common man's benefit. Opening for common man the understanding of all pervasiveness of Supreme Lord. Okay. So the opulence is understood here. One is never satiated by hearing about Krishna. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janatana yakati atriptirhi shanvato nastite amritam. Oh Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of opulence. I'm never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. So again and again, he wants to hear and hear and hear. So he says that one can never be satiated, even though one continuously hear about Krishna. Okay, again and again you want to hear. Shrunandi Gayandi Kridandi Sadhana. Always hear. And those who are entered in the transcendental relationship with Krishna relish every step description of the pastimes of the Lord. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Gadadhar Pandit used to read the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 100 times because it's about Prahlad Maharaj. So that's a nectar or amrita. Okay, I'll stop at 20 so that we can have just 22 slokas next time, 42. Okay, so here it is said, we have to hear more about Krishna. We'll be tiring of hearing about mundane stories, but one never tire of hearing about Krishna. It is for this reason only that the history of the whole universe is repeated with reference to the pastime of incarnation of Godhead. The Puranas are the histories of bygone ages that relate the pastimes of various incarnations of the Lord. Once we went to a college for book distribution. I think it was Gita Jayanti, and we were distributing. So many took Bhagavad Gita. But there was a teacher, history teacher. The teacher is like, how can you say this Bhagavad Gita is all really happened 5,000 years ago? So the same question we repeated back. How can you say you're a history teacher? How can you say First World War, Second World War, French Revolution? All this actually happened. How do you know that? because it's been recorded, it's been this thing. Similarly, this has also been recorded, and it's by the Supreme Lord himself. And finally, the teacher had to buy Bhagavad Gita. But this is what I said. People are not convinced. And we should hear more and more about Krishna Katha. Just do one more verse. 20th sloka. Okay. So once we know about Krishna, then what should we do? We have faith in Krishna and worship Krishna. And then here and here, the more you hear about Krishna, what happens? Our Bhakti Lata reach will grow and grow and grow and mature. But actually, Krishna consciousness is more of hearing, chanting and hearing. Okay. So the opulence of absolute is continued. And some of Vibhudis is explaining. Okay. Krishna is explaining here this theory. Okay. 21 to 39 is this. Oh, this we can finish very fast in one class, maybe. That's it. Because these are all just opulence. You can see in this slides, it's just this, that in the next few slokas, there's no explanation required, because Krishna says, among Adityas I'm Vishnu, among luminaries I'm sun, among stars I'm moon, Nakshatrana Maham Shashi. So when you see the moon, no, it was Purnima few days back, and you see the beautiful moon, you should remember Krishna, because Krishna says, Nakshatrana Maham Shashi. You see the beautiful sun. Today's the sunset was so beautiful. It's a red sun. So beautiful. Immediately you should remember Krishna, because Krishna says, Prabhava Sarva Vedeshu. Like, Prasoham Apsukanteya, Prapasmi Shashi Suryayo, Pranava Sarva Vedeshu, Shabdake Paurisham Risham. So Pranava Sarva Vedeshu, Krishna is the Omkar or the Om, and also Krishna is the light of the sun and the moon. So in that way, it is said here. Okay. So everything, all this is Krishna's opulences. So that we'll do it next class. But now I just want to do the 19 and 20. I think it's missing in this sloka. Shri Bhagavanu Vaja Handate Tatayishyami Divyahi Atma Vibhutayaha Prataneda Kuru Sreshta Nashti Anto Vistarasya Me. The Supreme Personality Godhead said, yes, I will tell you all my splendorous manifestation, but only of those who are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulences are unlimited, limitless. So Krishna is unlimited. Okay. Achintya, we can't even think, is inconceivable. So his opulences are also inconceivable. We can only know the limited part, because we are limited. Our senses are defective. And says, Aham Atma Guda Kesha Sarva Bhudashaya Stitaha Aham Atimsha Madhyamsha Bhudanam Anta Evacha. So Krishna is the super soul who Arjuna seated in the hearts of all divinities. He is the beginning, middle, and the end of all divinities. Why is Arjuna called as Guda Kesha?
He conquered sleep and ignorance, Mataji.
Sleep and ignorance. How can he sleep? Does that mean he doesn't sleep?
No, he remembers Krishna every moment of his life with every breath, Mataji.
So that means even in sleep, right?
Yes,
Even
Mataji.
Yeah. So that's what conquering sleep means. That a pure devotee like Arjuna remembers Krishna even in sleep, like, or even ignorance has been conquered, because ignorance is compared to darkness, and the knowledge is light. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andhakar Yaha Krishna Tahanahi Maya Ra Adhikar. Krishna is like Surya, sun, and Maya is like darkness. If there is sun, there is no darkness. Similarly, if there is Krishna, there is no ignorance or Maya. So as Mataji said, he remembers Krishna in every moment, in the sense of pure devotee. Even in sleep, he remembers Krishna. And ignorance is definitely conquered, because Krishna has revealed himself to Arjuna. So in that way, yes, he is referred to as Gudakesha. There's a pastime, no, to show that Arjuna never forgets Krishna even in sleep. So we'll do from verse 21 to 42 next class. Okay. And we'll have our next open book question. Yes. Any pastime you remember to show that Arjuna remembers Krishna every moment, even in sleep?
Yes, yes, Mataji, you only told us once in the first few
The
classes.
Narad Muni pastime?
Yes, Mataji. Arjuna is resting his head on Krishna's lap, and Narad Muni says, why are you letting him do that? He's only a disciple, a devotee. You know, I mean, you're much greater than that. So he plucks one hair of Arjuna, and it's like fallen. And he tells Narad Muni, pick it up and hold it to your ears. And he does that, and he says, and it says Krishna, 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 Krishna. So
Yes.
he says, even in his sleep, even one strand of hair is chanting my name. So how much greater can a devotee be? Hare Krishna Mataji.
And does anyone know the story of a Chokkamela at Vittala?
Yes, same thing. Mataji, I was just about to say, you referred to this also, that they were trying to find the bones of his two.
Yeah, bones.
Bury
He
in a
had a
particular
fire
place.
accident actually. There was a fire accident and it was his desire, the Chakamalas, that means the devotees' desire to rest in the Vittala's temple, near the temple. So he wants his body to be buried there. But then it was a fire accident. There were so many bones, so many people around, and how to find the bones of Chokamela. And they went and took one bone and it was chanting Vittala, Vittala, Panduranga, Vittala. So even the bone was chanting. So it says that the pure devotee is spiritualized. That's why they put it to Samadhi. But this is just a pastime to show how a great devotee does, like what does they do even after death, even their own is chanting, means so much absorbed in the Lord. So this is how they are Kudakeshas, they conquer sleep and ignorance. Okay, I'll stop here because from next week it is just very easy. So you can just read and go because nothing much to explain. We can finish in next week this chapter. Okay. Like Krishna says, among trees, I'm banyan tree, I'm sages, I'm Narada. Today we already started late, so I'll end here. Anything to add? Any questions? Okay, so you understood the Chatusloki. Please study Chatusloki. It's very, very important for us because it's the essence of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva pachante ma buddha bhava samanita. Krishna is the source of everything, spiritual material. So once you know it, you have to do devotional service to Krishna and please Krishna. And then Machitta mattada prana bodhayanda parasparam kadayandascha mam nityam tushyandicha ramandicha. When pure devotees meet, they always talk about Krishna and they relish that pastor because they never saturated in hearing about Krishna. And that is the avideya, the process. And once you do that, there are two goals, 10.10 and 11. Desham sadati yuktanam bhajakam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamopayantite. So you always constantly do devotional service. Krishna gives the buddhi yoga, the intelligence by which you can go back to Krishna. Deshamevanukampatam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashvata. So you constantly do devotional service, then Krishna by his special mercy, anukampartam, he will give jnana deepena bhashvata. He gives the knowledge of the light of knowledge. Yes, Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, may I request for the module to open book 1 marks, Mataji?
Oh, it's not shared? How did I miss that? It was not shared, Mataji. Nandita Mataji?
Not yet, Mataji. I'll remind you in this week.
Oh, I completely forgot. Okay, maybe next class I'll share it.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. Vacha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Patidhanam Bhavani